Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Women Empowerment Series with me, Farisha. And today we have a lovely guest joining us. It's Liyana Sulaiman. Hi Liyana, Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, Farisha. Thanks.
Yeah, how are you doing today? Good.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. Thanks for inviting me on the show.
Alhamdulillah, and thank you so much for being with me today on Women Empowerment Series podcast. This is where I gather inspirational and wonderful ladies. Okay, so can you tell us more about yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Liyana. I've been an entrepreneur the past 10 years, but overall, I've been trained as a technologist in the industry for about 12 years. So being a technologist means someone who is an expert in technology, and that is, in my case, would be in the high-tech, the software industry. Throughout my career journey, I think what I noticed is that a lot of women tend to doubt themselves because technology, high-tech, well, high-tech, it's a predominantly male dominated industry. So finding visible role models when you're first starting out, it's quite a tricky thing. So for me, I've been fortunate to be able to find great men allies, and it has helped me diversify my journey to climb up the ladder, as well as eventually, venture out as an entrepreneur in the high-tech industry the last 10 years.
What are your career challenges that you have overcome?
That's a very good question, Farisha. I would say the career challenges it's not so more on the technical problems. When I look back, I realize it's more about self-doubt, which I believe a lot of women suffer from, especially when embarking in a male-dominated industry. You feel like because there's a lack of visible role models, you think you can't do it. So for me, it was actually realizing that there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I am uniquely placed to take advantage of the opportunities that the industry has presented in front of me, and to trust the journey that I will always be able to figure out my way, because leaning back into my strength, then again, of being someone who loves mathematics and someone who loves to solve problems, I think it's something that the high-tech industry would really benefit from, which is, a lot of us are problem solvers. A lot of us wants to solve the data challenge or create something new. So I think at the end of the day, realizing that I have enough strengths and I would have enough people around me that I can ask for help. So the challenges at the end of the day become, less daunting. So one of the challenges I experienced was that, firstly, like I mentioned, the lack of visible role models, and it really affected my self-esteem being in the industry. When I first started out in the software industry, I was very much intimidated by the men around me who seemed to work faster, and they seem to have no emotions. Well, I have to deal with monthly periods, and I'm a bit moody at times when things don't go my way. But then again, I realized that, this is something about, personal management is about, being able to bring your personal leadership and management skills to work and to make the best of the opportunities that are in front of you. So I think the challenges at the end of the day, it's less of technical to me. It's more of like the soft skills. It's more of how do you deal with yourself, your emotions at work. Even though you realize that, you look around the room, you'll always be the only women in the room, or even in this industry, I think 3 to 5% only comprised of women, even still today, is still true. So you'll see that there's a lot of women graduating more than ever, graduating from STEM, STEM qualifications, but not many of them would actually end up in the industry. So I think for women out there, it's definitely the case of having self-doubt. So that is my greatest challenge thus far.
Okay, and what can we do to solve this issue of having self-doubt?
Yeah, so I found my remedy actually by taking action, by taking the initiative to be the first one to sort of lead this change. And when I realized, not only does women are scarce in this industry, but what more minority women, especially myself from my background, Southeast Asian. What I needed to do was that, after I graduated from university, after my first thing working in the US in Silicon Valley for a tech startup that got acquired by Skype called Quick, which was the world's first mobile streaming video-to-video community.
Wow.
I realized that, so I realized that, hey, I want to make it work. I don't want to have to work in the US all the time, but I want to go back to Asia where my family and friends are. Can I make something of myself out there in the high-tech industry? So one of the first things I did was to find like-minded communities of where women are visible in the industry, women are participating and thriving in the industry. So I found Girls in Technology, Girls in Tech, which is a 501c nonprofit out in the US. And I spoke to the founder. I wrote to the founder. I said, hey, this is a very interesting community. Can I actually start a chapter in Singapore? So I was happy that, the stars aligned. And when I came back, I realized that the founder was actually based in Singapore. So at that time, that's how we kickstarted the chapter, our first, out of Asia chapter. And I think being able to lead on numerous fronts, such as creating activities, creating boot camps, creating opportunities for local women to have an awareness of what the industry is like and participate in hackathons. I think that was really, really interesting for me, way of problem solving it, because it was actually my own problem. But I realized that by solving the problem, actually, I'm also solving the problems of other people and bringing that opportunity for others to also capitalize on. So I think that was really incredible way of actually solving my own problem.
Wow, that is really interesting. That's an interesting story, Liyana. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What does woman empowerment means to you?
Well, I know it sounds cliche, but I'm tempted to say this. We young girls grow up with a lot of fairy tales. We wanted to be princesses, but I say an empowered woman is a queen. A queen is someone who's not afraid to stand in her own light, not afraid to seize opportunities where she sees deemed fit for herself, where she can reign in her strengths. And she's not afraid of failure. She used failure as a stepping stone to her success journey. And someone who would also look out for other people. Someone would actually, create opportunities, not only for herself, but for other people to benefit from. So that is a queen. So an empowered woman is a queen.
Empowered woman is a queen. Hail queen.
That's right.
Okay, and for the next question, who are the inspiring women leaders that you admire?
I have to say, I thought a long time, and I've been asked this question before, and I thought a long time about it. And I think it's been a mismatch of different political leaders, some royal figures even one time. So, but I think today, the women leaders who I really respect of late is Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister of New Zealand. I think her ability.
High five. I adore her. I love her. She's amazing. Yeah. Yes. I adore Jacinda Ardern. Yeah.
Yes. So why I adore her is because she is not afraid to show up authentically herself. A mother who just given birth. Yeah. She has a national crisis that she has to deal with, even an international pandemic crisis, lurking on her borders. So I think that's really great of her, being able to be her authentic self, being able to...
She's really brave. Yeah, she's brave enough to take on the challenge and to lead her country.
Exactly. And her transparent communication, I like, in crisis, and not afraid to bring her level down to the people, really communicate the necessity, the urgency of a situation, and a very nurturing yet serious tone. So without losing the objective of the day. So I like her because of that. If I were to share a second one in the tech industry, I know I'll get a lot of flack for this. Some people may disagree with me. Would be Sheryl Sandberg, COO of Facebook. I like her because I know she wrote a book called LinkedIn Women, and that book got a bit of backlash. So some women question her privilege. Some women question that no one has the same exact opportunity she has. She's probably a white woman, and you know, a lot of Asian women, Black women who don't have access to such opportunity she has, cannot enjoy the same success stories as she did. But then again, when I look back, she herself has a personal tragedy she has to deal with, the death of her husband. You know, no one predicted that. She had a loving husband and she has kids. At the same time, she's the CEO of, you know, I would say one of the world's top companies, you know, in the internet space. It's not easy, managing both public and private profiles, dealing with her own, you know, her own problems at home, and like having to bring herself back to the company and lead on, and even, you know, writing her second book, Option B. So I think she's being very human. I like that she's being very human. You know, I said, I'm not perfect, but you know, this is what I bring to the table and I can bring to the table. So it really teaches women to embrace imperfectionism, really being imperfect, that, you know, trying again, writing the second book, Option B. And I think her message really rings clear to everyone that, you know, yeah, you may have, you know, privileges, but it's a question of what you do with those privileges, how you make the best of every opportunity you have. It's not about sitting back and complaining and say, okay, you know, you have this, you have that, and then you do nothing about it. So I really like that attitude that she has, and I wish more women could actually see that and rise up and seize opportunities the way she did.
That's amazing, because I like her characteristic as well. And it's okay to fail, because I believe that everyone, you know, every human being, we all been through failure. We've all been through challenges in our lifetime, right? And this is how we, you know, get out from it, to get out of our comfort zone and also challenge ourselves. And by that is the only way that we can grow, to learn and to grow, and to get out from the uncomfortable space, and to rise back up again. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think we'll be getting out of your comfort zone and questioning your own complacency, right? It's not about like, yeah, I can be privileged, but do I sit down and be complacent about it? I do something about it. So
yes,
I think more people are on the equal opportunity. Like, everyone should have an equal opportunity. But the question, if you give equal opportunity to everyone, what would they do with it? At the end of the day, it's your own, you know, it's really up to you, you know, what your attitude and your mindset, what you want to do about it.
yeah, it's all in the mind, it's all in the mindset. So I guess for ladies and for women out there, you know, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door.
Exactly.
So it means that if the opportunity doesn't come to you, it's okay. You have to seize it. Go for that opportunity. So if it doesn't knock, build a door. So chase for it. Yeah.
Correct. And don't let that self-doubt, like in my case, you know, I had self-doubt, you know, I'm really there in the industry, but I had self-doubt. And when I look back, I realized that if I had not allowed my self-doubt to creep so much, probably I would have been, you know, I would achieve a bit more. But then again, I realized I needed a space. I needed to be compassionate to myself. That it is a process, and I need to respect the process. And at the same time, you know, if you don't see any visible role models who you can follow after, you make yourself something, and bring the same opportunities to other people who could be feeling the same, you know, like, oh, right. So I think you'll be better for it.
Yeah, and I guess it's really important for us to, you know, rise up through any challenges that we go through in life.
That's right. I agree.
Yes. And by that is the only way that we can accomplish things, is to rise up and keep going, keep moving, keep moving forward. Yeah.
So I think Farsha brought up a really good point there about always, you know, always keeping moving, keeping going.
Yeah, resilience, building resilience.
Yeah, the resilience having the grit, especially in the face of challenges, because that's the only way you can get out of that adversity or the challenge, obstacle, is to be like, you know, maybe they say Greta Thunberg, that the girl who stood up to a lot of
climate change.
For climate change, like, she was so fierce of face, you know. So that is the same, I would say, imagery I want women out there to see, you know, when they're faced with an obstacle or challenge, you have to put a brave front. You have to just keep going and say, asserting, this is me. You're not gonna get me. You know, I'm more than then you think who I am. So
Yeah,
keep
you have to
going.
step up and keep going no matter what. Keep moving forward.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
that's right. Yeah.
okay. And do you have any other women leaders that you admire apart
Um,
from Sandberg and also the other lady that you've mentioned? Yeah.
secretly, I wanted to share that. I wanted to share, that the woman growing up, the woman that I look up is really my mother's mother, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was the reason why I have this entrepreneurial spirit going on, because growing up, I witnessed her always trying to make something and then sell something. So, pretty much, I think if I were to retire and or maybe if I were to die, my obituary would be like, she's someone who makes, market, and sell things. I'll be happy with that, because rather than having to impose these labels like, okay, you're an entrepreneur, you're technology, whatever. But at the end of the day, you synthesize it, what actually you're about. So for me, I'm really about making, marketing and selling things. Doesn't mean software or anything, software or cakes or whatever industry, I may have, probably, transpired to next. But my grandmother really, really, I think her show wheel, her spirit, her indomitable spirit, she's always, telling me stories of other great women in industry. So I think that gave me I would say, a solid foundation in understanding the women's will, what we can achieve when we put our hearts and mind into something. So I think that's really priceless. So when I first started this conversation with Farisha, I remember I said, she asked me, what's my biggest challenges? I said, it's not technical challenges. It's not solving hard, mathematical or data challenge, but it's really about the heart. It's really about, why I have this self-doubt and why I have this, lack of confidence, when I first started out. But then I realized that if you really, really, really listen, if you really read a lot of memos of women leaders, a lot of them distill the soft skills and I would say hard wisdom that we can never glean from, being in a classroom.
The soft skills. It's really important. The soft skills.
Yes, and that builds character, and character is everything. Character trumps talent, trumps, everything. If you ask me who I would hire, a really smart accountant to manage the finances of my company versus someone who is not so smart but has good heart, I would hire the good heart person, because I know the good heart person would actually do his or her best and would overcome any obstacles, to get the work done with integrity. And that's really important. I think soft skills are everything. Take you far.
Okay. Right. And for the next question, what is your advice to the young ladies out there who would like to venture into tech?
My advice, again, I see there's two parts to this. One is the hard skills would be, when it comes to hard skills, don't worry about it. Don't worry too hard that you are lacking, you don't have the certification or whatever. There's plenty of government-assisted programs. There's plenty of communities, meetup.com, even on Facebook. Start finding groups of people who have the skill set, who have the experience that you're looking to plug, the gap from point A to point B, where you are right now, point A, and where you want to go, point B. Find like-minded peers who share the same, aspiration. And it's very important that you bring that energy into a space that is safe and can actually help you grow to become the person that you want to be. And that's the hard skill part. The soft skill part, I think, would be my advice to women out there who want to embrace, who wants to break into the tech industry. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid of showing up, like a noob. In fact, I will always say, sorry guys, I comment my some, when I first started on the code exchanges forum sites, I said, sorry guys, I don't want to sound like a noob, but I really can't figure out this one. Can you help me? So embrace your stupidity at a time. Like you don't know what you don't know. So don't be afraid to call it what it is. And if you are not afraid to own up your mistakes, own up that you don't know, you ask people around, ask and you shall be received. You will eventually get where you want to be, and you have people helping you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to appear like a noob, and don't fear failure, because failure is your stepping stone to success. And a lot of people have this mindset, especially us in Asia. Failure is bad thing. Failure means you cannot pick yourself up. You cannot, yeah, you probably need some downtime. You need to process failure, but failure, it's a sign. It's a sign that you are learning, you're growing, you're feeling discomfort. You need to learn something. There's still some gaps in terms of your journey. Fill those gaps and take the failure in stride and move on. Yeah, and you will be successful. Wherever it is that you take up. So there you go.
Yeah, and your advice to young girls would be to embrace failure. Embrace it and learn from it. Yeah.
That's right.
And don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of failure, because with failure, it also teaches you to be humble, humility, and you learn so that in the near future, you won't repeat the same mistakes again. That is how you build your character. You know, you build your character as well, and it teaches you empathy. You're more empathized on other people as well, and humility. Yeah. And
so many skills you have to be skills.
Yeah. And just to share with you, Liyana.
Summary success, if you are.
Yeah, so just to share with you, Liyana, I have been through failure in my life as well. I've been through ups and downs. I've been through challenges, and how I overcome it, you know, you need to have this strong mindset and say that I will get through this, you know?
Yes.
It's not going to last forever, you know, it's not going to last forever. I will get through this, I will rise, and I will find the solution to the problem. Problem solving, right? Yeah, so we have to find a solution to the problem and get back up and rise again from failure.
All right. Success is a problem solving exercise that requires you to use your creativity to the max. Right? Yeah.
Creativity, willpower, and the will to keep on moving, keep on going no matter what happens. Just keep going on your journey. Yeah. Okay.
No self-doubt.
No self-doubt. Just keep going. No matter what life throws at you, no matter what challenges that you experience in life, it can be personal or career challenges. Always say this to yourself and like, you know, I can get through this. I will get through this. I can and I will. So when you cultivate a positive mindset, positive thinking, so align it in your mindset that I can and I will get through this situation. I will get through this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like, for example, the rain and storm, right? So after the rain and storm, we will see a rainbow and also sunshine. So it's not that it's gonna rain and storm forever. So eventually you will see the sunshine and the rainbow afterward. So keep going.
That's right. I wish everyone good luck.
Okay, and we have come to the end of Women Empowerment series. So Liyana, do you have any other advice or tips that you would like to share with all our viewers?
Wow, I think I've pretty much, you know, dispensed a lot of wisdom there, but I'm happy, you know, maybe as a closing note, something which I shared earlier with Farsha, that, you know, approaching success as a, you know, as a problem solving endeavor that requires you to put your, you know, use your creativity to the max. I think it's really true in my life so far. At every twist and turn of life, and when I find myself getting stuck in a rut, you know, you can always find solution. Life is figure outable, as Marie Forleo says. You know, Marie Forleo is the American business coach. That life is figure outable. You know, the solution bit is figure outable, but what you need to solve is, you know, your confidence, your self-doubt. You know, you need to get that out of the way before you can actually see the tangible solution right in front of you. You know, so having the right mindset, having the right heart you bring to anything, I'm sure at the end of the day, you will figure out the tools, the strategy, you know, even the solution to get out of your conundrum of your rut or problem you're facing. So there's nothing too big that life cannot, life cannot get you down. Find like-minded people, surround yourself with positive energy,
Surround
And
yourself
also,
with positive people.
yes, that's right. That's right. Like first,
Surround yourself with people that can lift you higher. Some,
yes, live
yes, and
higher.
they can support you. Surround yourself with positivity.
That's right. And lift
Yeah.
each other up. You know, as women, we tend to be collaborative. So let's work together and lift each other up.
Exactly. So, woman empowerment is all about lifting each other up. It's all about
Yes.
supporting and empowering one another. So, we rise by lifting each other up. Yeah, that's
That's
my
right.
favorite quote. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Liyana, thank you so much for being in Women Empowerment Series. And I hope to those of you out there who are watching this, I hope you are inspired, motivated by Liyana. And for those of you who would like to connect and get in touch with Liyana, you can add her on Facebook and LinkedIn. So what is your Facebook and LinkedIn? So you can share
Oh,
it for
you
people
can
out
find me, Liyana Sulaiman, on LinkedIn. Facebook, I'm known as Liyana J. Baiduri, but that's fine. It's just a moniker I use on Facebook. But you can find me on LinkedIn. I'm Liyana Sulaiman. Thank you.
Liyana Sulaiman. Okay, so for those of you who would like to connect with Liyana online, you can add her on her LinkedIn and also Facebook. Okay, till then, stay safe, take care, bye.
Bye.